This time on Falmouth in Focus, Thanksgiving is here, a time to be grateful for the food we have and to lend a hand to those who need some help. We're looking at local efforts to help everyone get something to eat on Falmouth in Focus, and it starts right now. Hello and welcome to a special holiday edition of Falmouth in Focus. I'm Michael Kasparian. I hope your Thanksgiving day was abundant, warm, and happy. Sadly, that's not true for everyone, but we live in a generous town where a lot of people are stepping it up and pitching in to help others get a hot meal and come in from the cold. We're going to devote this episode of our show to some of the everyday heroes on the front lines of combating food insecurity here in town. There's probably no better place to start than the Falmouth Service Center, where the weekend before Thanksgiving brought an annual turkey avalanche.
So today is our turkey drop-off day, one of the better days here at the Service Center. Community days, it's fantastic. A lot of community spirit. We have a lot of volunteers inside, and we have a lot of volunteers outside.
Today is our Super Bowl here at the Service Center. It's just absolutely amazing. We prepare all year for this.
Currently at the moment, we need 566 turkeys to be able to provide for a turkey for every household that has signed up and for the military at Joint Base Cape Cod.
The week around October 30th, October 31, we had a tremendous number of new clients because November 1 is when the SNAP cut or the SNAP benefit was delayed. That entire first week of November, nobody received any benefit.
There were a lot of people who, came to the Service Center. They haven't been here in 4 or 5 years. And they said, my benefits are going to run out and I don't know if I'm going to receive them. So I'm here to sign up and become a client again and just get what I need so I can get through this tough time.
We had 657 households in a week. That's a record for us. And that week alone, we distributed over 20,000 pounds of food.
Okay. Ho, ho, ho! Ugh, too heavy.
It's just absolutely incredible. We'll probably end up having about 80 volunteers here on site, and just the community comes with so many turkeys. It's just absolutely amazing.
I'm with UU Falmouth, and we put out the call, and a few days later, we got 44 turkeys, and we're happy to give them.
Hi, I'm Jamie, and this is Mr. Chevrolet. We're helping the Scouts Troop 42. We're donating turkeys to the Falmouth Service Center at Stop and Shop here.
We're collecting turkeys, yep. The public's coming in, buying a turkey from Shaw's and Stop and Shop, and we're collecting it and
putting it in his van.
I heard that over 800 families in Falmouth that have signed up looking for help with the Thanksgiving meal through the Falmouth Service Center. So here we have a lot of community members, including our local Boy Scouts who are helping out with that drive. But we need to be doing a lot more of local food security project, more like farm-to-table type things, strengthening those local bonds so if something crazy like this happens again, that we can be ready for it. Because I think now Washington's shown that they're not going to be standing up for the little guy. So we got to be prepared to look out for our own neighbors.
We have a team that will produce 600 bags of our produce. So we'll have a pound of green beans, we'll have 3 pounds of potatoes, 3 pounds of sweet potatoes, 3 pounds of onions, 3 pounds of carrots, and a butternut squash to go in those bags. And so we'll have 2 teams today of 5 who will pack those bags, and we'll get around 600 of those, and those will go out tomorrow and Tuesday morning for our households that have signed up.
This is our annual turkey drive to help Falmouth Service Center this time of the year, and this morning we collected 196 turkeys.
Okay, the turkey avalanche.
Oh my God.
Today's been absolutely amazing. The generosity of the community has been stunning. We were hoping for a minimum of 800 turkeys today. We think we're going to clear maybe 1,300, 1,350 turkeys, which is amazing. We're going to have enough for all of our turkey baskets and have enough to be able to offer it as a holiday choice in December, which is just unbelievable, and we're pretty sure we've broken a record.
We are rounding a corner on the seasonal calendar where nightly temperatures begin nosediving. And that puts the local group belonging to each other on an emergency footing to prevent hypothermia among those experiencing homelessness. Each year, around this time, BTEO moves a few dozen people indoors to seasonal motel rooms and borrowed housing. And about a year ago, the group closed on their first fully owned property on Palmer Avenue, which, as you're about to see, provides both housing and a food preparation hub.
We opened this house about 3 weeks ago to people who are experiencing homelessness, and we have about 11 people in this house right now. We treat the garage as a food hub. We get donations from all over, different congregations, groups who do baking, groups who glean food for us, and people who order shelf-stable food and have it drop shipped here. And we put that together with food we buy and food we receive from the service center to create meal packs that we deliver to people who are in emergency hotels. Last week, the temperatures got below 32 degrees, so the hotel program opened, and we're preparing to deliver close to 7,000 meals out of this food hub this season. Interestingly, this year we're using bamboo as opposed to plastic, and you can see this one is a favorite, meatloaf with rice and carrots. We tried this jambalaya here, and we also have homemade muffins. Like these are pumpkin muffins. These were made at the Falmouth Service Center. The other thing we give out is toiletry packs. People need it when they get into the hotel. They don't necessarily have a washcloth in there. They shampoo, that kind of thing, because it's a motel.
You know, we're helping people, but we have gotten so much out of this. We've got wonderful friends. We're able to interact with the women in one of the houses. We have a knitting group. That's been heartwarming. Like one woman said, it was love at first sight.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah, that's what she said.
I think I was told that when you find your place, you'll find your people. And we found our place.
Yeah.
This place has really meant the world.
This year's political turbulence in Washington over SNAP and other food assistance benefits was felt by food buyers and sellers alike. FCTV stopped by the Harvest Farmers Market on Scranton Avenue to get a better sense of how things have been going at ground level.
I'm a volunteer here at the farmers market. I basically help out with setup, dealing with individuals that need help with their benefits, whether that be SNAP or HIP. I am too a SNAP recipient. I got on SNAP a couple years ago. I was facing housing insecurity, something I've been facing for the last couple of years. And actually before SNAP, I was probably facing severe food insecurity.
I will say it's been busy this year. It has been busy. When the SNAP wasn't funded for November, there was definitely preemptive usage, sort of stocking up, and it still continues. Even though SNAP is funded now and HIP is funded, there's still an underlying food insecurity problem here, even in our beautiful town.
Hi, how can I help you? Farming Falmouth started a service garden in order to start bringing some fresh food to our local food pantry. Last year, which was our second year, we grew 5,000 pounds of food. This year, we kind of amazed ourselves. Well, I was amazed anyway, that we grew 10,000 pounds of food. And that was thanks to Jenny, our farming manager, who strategized very carefully about growing in the greenhouse, planting very densely and systematically. As one crop was done, another one came in, and did this with our amazing volunteers. And honestly, the way things are going, with more and more people being food insecure, we need to grow as much as we possibly can. If you can show people that you can grow a lot of food on a little bit of land, it means that they can adopt this for their backyards. Everything that we do is very human scale. All of it translates to backyard gardening.
As you just saw there, FCTV member organization Farming Falmouth has been doing its part to grow and distribute fresh produce to families who need it. The group is also doing the academic work of pushing for holistic change in the overall food system. And about a year ago, they launched an extensively researched document called the Falmouth Food System Assessment. Now, they're planning a series of community conversations to get people involved and taking action. Falmouth in Focus producer Kurt Ashen spoke to researcher Tyler Barron about the plan.
So Tyler Barron, a board member of Farming Falmouth, and in full disclosure, I should say, I also am that, apart from the FCTV day job. But I want to refer back to this magnum opus that you completed sometime last year, I believe. This is a extensively researched full-color study of Falmouth's food systems, all the moving parts and gears and levers that go into an entire food ecosphere. And this is a reference that anybody can access on the Farming Falmouth website. But now Farming Falmouth is gearing up to produce a series of community conversations about the food assessment. And Tyler, since we're speaking in the context of food insecurity in this program, our special Thanksgiving edition of the show, I wanted to ask you about this. What are you looking to accomplish with this series of conversations, and what will they look like?
So for these conversations, of which there will be four, they'll be taking place consecutively over 4 months, and they'll be moving to different locations in town. So, if you can't make one or one's not close enough, hopefully it'll come to your neck of the woods. But I'd say what we're hoping to accomplish is, well, there's a couple things. One is sharing information from this food system assessment. It's not enough that the work was done. We also need to find ways to bring this information to people. And so we'll be hosting this community conversation series in order to be having conversations about this work and about what this work tells us about Falmouth's food system. What I've, from doing this work, what I think I've come to is that the food system in Falmouth, though, has lots of merits and opportunities. There's also lots of ways in which things could be changed and improved, in which members of the food system could be further supported. So I think a large part of this for me is really asking the community for help to move some of the recommendations from this document forward, to get people involved, to have opportunities for empowerment, really, to feel like people, to help people feel like they can be a part of change. If food is something that calls to them, then I think this is an opportunity to do so. And what's great about food is that there's lots of entry points.
One of the pillars that you mentioned in this food system assessment, Falmouth Food System Assessment, is the need to implement food-forward policies. And I think one of the potential goals of these conversations would be to get people kind of saying the same thing about what they want to see develop in the world of their food system, and have policymakers hear those demands, hear those words.
Yeah, I think it's a challenge to make policies in general, and I think starting local is a great opportunity, because it is a way, because you probably know the people who are on the select board, you probably know the people who are on various committees. And if you don't know them personally, you're probably connected to them somehow. And I think that's a really great opportunity in a small town to be able to engage, based on the fact that you probably know folks. But food forward policies can be lots of things. And there are many suggestions already that the town has made to work on conserving farmland. I think what it really takes is a forward-looking approach. I think forward is really a key word in that. We need to be thinking about what we want Falmouth to look like, not 10 years from now, but 50 to 100 years from now. And I think that requires some maybe more difficult decisions in the present moment. But I think if everyone can get on board with a similar vision about what we want Falmouth to look like, then that makes those policies that much more appetizing.
And that's going to wrap up this special Thanksgiving edition of Falmouth in Focus. If you have the ability, please consider connecting with any of the service organizations we featured in the show. You'll help someone who needs it, and you'll get to experience what makes Falmouth such a special place to live. Until next time, I'll see you around town.